My name is Margaret Von Bibra, and I am going to be a quirky middle school history teacher, fully competent and confident thanks to my studies at Azusa Pacific University. I first graduated from St. Olaf College in Minnesota, where I double majored in history and ancient studies, and then took a gap year to figure out which direction I would go. I quickly realized that being a teacher would draw from all of my strengths and interests. I could work with children, use my deep passion for history, be creative and craftsy, and still pursue music as a hobby on the side. Once I realized that teaching was for me, I felt such peace and excitement that I knew I had found my calling. I first visited APU while in high school, and it was my second choice for undergrad, so I was already familiar with its well-respected reputation and was drawn to its emphasis on God first. When looking for a teaching credential program, the fact that APU had a combined credential and master's program was a great advantage. I found it rather poetic that my studies brought me back to the first college I had been interested in. I was very excited to learn about the Digital Teaching and Learning Master's program, as I felt that this program would best prepare me to be an effective teacher in this digital age. I've always been fascinated by technology, but I'm known in my family as the breaker of electronics, not a technology guru. But even that has changed dramatically over the last few years. I keep up to date with latest developments and innovations, so I stay informed about new tools, strategies, and ideas. I'm even now a willing and enthusiastic user of Apple products, and am well-versed in educational apps on both iPads and computers. I've created exciting lessons and projects and resources for my students, including web quests that took students on an interactive tour of the Great Pyramids of Giza, video commercials from medieval African kingdoms, and a comprehensive classroom website. I even taught myself how to code as part of our 20% project, creating a website from scratch. My action research self-study focused on improving my personal fitness. I've struggled with my weight since puberty, and I wanted to go deeper in this study than just a simple diet and exercise. I decided to look at the effect that emotional mindsets have on my eating habits. While there is a well-documented correlation between overeating and negative emotions or depression, this was not an aspect that had been addressed in any previous weight loss attempts. If emotions had something to do with the cause or maintenance of my weight gain, I wanted to gain a healthy control of this issue so that future attempts at healthy lifestyles would have a greater chance of success. In order to monitor my behavior, I initially utilized an eating disorder app called Recovery Road. However, this app was geared towards food restriction disorders, and so many of the questions did not apply to me. So instead, I found a journal chart that I printed out, and it simply asked for when I ate, what my emotions were at the time, scaled positively and negatively, and whether my food intake was adequate, inadequate, or over-adequate, or binge eating. What I quickly saw during my control week, where I did not attempt to change my behavior, was that I was overeating at least twice a day. These unhealthy behaviors were coinciding with times of boredom, sadness, or stress. The second week, I aimed to be mindful of my emotions and what I ate. Before I ate, I asked myself how I was feeling and if I was truly hungry, or just bored, or sad, or stressed. In the second week, incidents of binge eating went down to once a day. The third week, they continued to drop until I now average to about 3 overeating episodes a week. If just being mindful about my emotions made such a difference, imagine how much change I can make in future diet changes. My study confirmed that there is a strong tie between emotions and eating habits. In order to gain healthy control of my eating habits, I needed to gain more control of my emotions. I was impressed that during the final weeks of this term, I was able to refrain from the copious amounts of junk food and ice cream I have typically lived on in the past during times of stress. This study has already helped me gain healthy control over my habits, and I do hope to continue this experiment into the future. My final curricular unit plan is a 15-day unit for 7th grade social studies that focuses on feudal Europe. I chose this unit because I wanted to use technology to make this time period come alive for my students, so that they can see, hear, and interactively experience this formative era. I also chose this unit because I have a personal connection to this period. I visited family in Germany several times and have experienced medieval castles firsthand. I know how powerful history can be when you see it come alive around you, either in person or virtually. This unit covers the rise of feudalism, the social classes of medieval Europe, including the kings, lords, clergy, knights, and serfs, the impact of the Black Plague both locally and globally, and the significance of the Magna Carta. This unit was specifically designed to meet the needs of all 8 intelligences and incorporates appropriate and effective digital tools throughout. It has also been adjusted to differentiate for GATE, EL, and SPED students. During this unit, students will create digital timelines, write and record podcasts, and joust in an online tournament. Highlights of this unit include a virtual tour of a medieval castle and completing a web quest of defending their own castle from attack. Students will create fictional characters from the feudal era and maintain blogs about their lives during historical events, present news reports, hold debates and discussions both in class and online. While studying the Black Plague, students will be creating a brochure that's designed to help a medieval European survive the zombie apocalypse, the plague. These brochures will be assessed by a rubric, ensuring that while each brochure may be personalized, all of the core information about the symptoms and the impact of the plague are still present. Thank you so much to all of my professors, friends, and family who didn't give up on me during this program. I have learned so much and now feel completely ready and eager to begin my journey as a teacher.